The mayor's office says the city will continue to enforce the use of traffic cameras, so if you're driving by the university, be sure to watch your speed. I'm Rachel Schneider, UT10 News. Since August of 2018, 17 more states have filed active investigations into the Catholic Church. Marla, it's stirring up plenty of dispute across the state. House Bill number 258 would prohibit an abortion of an unborn human with a heartbeat. The heartbeat can be detected as early as 6 weeks into a woman's pregnancy, and the bill does not include exceptions for cases of rape or incest. The bill passed with a 60-35 majority vote in the Ohio House of Representatives on November 15th.
Not every woman has the same access to medical care. So to put a line that this is when you can no longer receive an abortion is really difficult.
Republican Representatives Ron Hood and Christina Hagan are the main sponsors of the bill. Hagan's office says the bill also creates a new committee between the House and the Senate that will study the adoption process and promote alternative choices to abortion to women in Ohio. A heartbeat bill protest is scheduled for December 12th at the State House in Columbus. The Montpelier, Ohio Police Department has opened a formal investigation into Father Nelson Beaver for allegedly sexually abusing a child at Sacred Heart Church over 25 years ago. Father Beaver is far from the first priest within the Catholic Diocese of Toledo accused of sexual assault. This case adds up to more than 45 reported clergy members in the diocese. For Catholic students at UT, hearing of abuse within the church is not uncommon.
Typically, you think of your pastor or your priest as someone to lead and guide you along your faith journey, and when you hear something about that, it really is kind of a sad and almost a disappointment.
The Survivors Network of those abused by priests share many stories of church leaders who abuse children and are never convicted.
I was told I was the only one in 1995. It wasn't until 2002 that the Toledo Catholic Diocese was forced to admit that really I was the fifth victim that they're willing to acknowledge that had come forward. The other four came forward before I did.
Father Bernard Kukaczynski was reassigned 13 times before being removed from ministry in 2002 after credible allegations of sexual assault were brought forward by William Clare, who claimed the priest abused him as a child on numerous occasions in the 1970s at St. Joseph's Parish in Fremont.
2002, Toledo Catholic Diocese went on the news and they said they hadn't had a child molestation case in well over 20 years reported to them. And in an instance, I went from being someone to being a zero, and something snapped within me, and I knew that I had to come forward and tell my story and speak up. And so I set out first quietly to find out where was the man that had sexually abused me. And I found him still taking little girls on overnight retreats to places where I'd been abused. And I broke my silence and I never looked back.
According to a news release by the Toledo Diocese, Father Beaver was placed on administrative leave on October 13th and is prohibited from practicing ministry during the investigation. The diocese declined to speak with us on the case any further. Since August of 2018, 17 more states have filed active investigations into the Catholic Church. Ohio is not one of them. St. Hyacinth Catholic Church here in Toledo is just one of the 3 parishes Father Nelson Beaver practiced at during his time in the area. I'm Rachel Schneider, UT10 News. A fun new ice rink opened in downtown Toledo over the weekend. 1C Skate is located on Summit Street between the Fifth Third building and the Renaissance Hotel. It had its grand opening Saturday, and skaters get 90 minutes of skating time for $5.
We're looking for something to do. There's not very many winter activities, and I mean, it's brand new. We wanted to try it out. We've never been ice skating before.
Students and military receive a discounted rate of $3 with skate rentals for just $2. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rachel Schneider. That's why UT's Zeta Phi Eta and the Independent Collegian teamed up to host a panel discussion about its impact. The Independent Collegian has found an alternative way to report its campus news. Last week, students from all over the world shared their cultures by making food for the university community. UT10's Samantha Johnson was at the Student Union Auditorium. Last week, the circus came to UT's campus as it celebrated its 95th year of homecoming traditions. That is my favorite tradition, Alexis, and that's it for UT10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com. Students affected by the recent fire at University Circle Apartments are in desperate need of household items, clothing, and more. According to a 2018 report by the Hope Center, More than a third of 43,000 university students surveyed said they went hungry at some point prior to taking part in that study. For Kaylee Loofborough, Reed Teetsorth, and all of our crew, I'm Rachel Schneider. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.